Hey everybody, this is your boy L Jaguars with Fan TV. I'm hanging out with a legend. One of my inspirations as a fighter. Like, this is like a moment that I've been waiting for my whole life. The great Sakuraba.
Hi.
So, um, anyways, so I wanted to ask you, what do you think? What do you think of the event? That we have basically a Bellator fight. We have the four-man tournament, which is it doesn't happen often, especially since his era, right? We have the Glory kickboxing ring inside as well, going concurrently. It almost has a feeling as though like Pride and K1 will do a co-promotion. Like, what's his feelings on that? Like, what's his take on that?
今こっちでもなんか昔の日本みたいに K1 とかプライドとか昔あったじゃないですか、こっちも今なんか UFC とかグローリーとかこれのベルトみたいなのあるんですけど、それについてどう思いますか？なんか
いっぱい
いっぱいあった方がいい。
いっぱい入って、はい。
Yeah, that's like many is better because like everybody compete each other, so like good for the fan.
Right. Now, what does he think? Okay, so obviously he was an icon and he's the centerpiece of mixed martial arts. Everybody knows this, right? From taking down the Gracies to his career in Japan. Now he's a pro wrestler, correct?
Right.
So as far as mixed martial arts go, I would like to know what does he feel about the evolution of MMA these days from his era. More importantly, we got Fedor talking about coming back, right? So, does he think that with the evolution of MMA at the state that it is now, and with Fedor being out for so long, that Fedor might be able to come back and reclaim that title that everybody call him the greatest of all time, among others, greatest of all time right here.
Right.
So, can you ask me his take on that as well, please?
そしたら今フェドールが戻ってきたじゃないですか。で一回リタイアして戻ってくるっていうので、みんな今注目してるんですけど、それについてどう思いますか？勝てると思いますかね？一度引退してまた戻ってきた時に戦った時にみんなのそれが注目の的なんですけど。でも桜庭さんも一回離れて戻ったりとか、やっぱりそれは結構大変ですかね。一回引退してから
どうだろう、戻る前にどんだけこう練習してるかだと思いますけど。
Yeah, he said it depends on how much he practice, right? When you come back. So if he practice enough, I'm sure he's gonna win. But if he hasn't practiced that much, maybe it might be tough.
Okay, so I say as a lover of martial arts, who does he think will be a good match for Fedor? Or who would he like to see Fedor fight next?
次のマッチで誰がフェドルと戦ってほしいですかって聞かれたんですけど、誰かフェドルといいマッチになりそうな選手っていうのは注目の選手みたいなのいますかね？Yeah, he doesn't know. Everybody, yeah, he's no comment. I think it's everybody he thinks good.
So, last question I want to ask, and this is coming from a place of pure love of martial arts. I would like to know what is his personal opinion was his most loved matchup. Like, what fight was it more memorable for him as a fighter? What is the most memorable fight?
最も記憶に残っている戦いって自分の中でありますか？今までのキャリアの中で。さっきの同じような感じで。
何試合かは何となく覚えて、バンタレってやったやつとかも覚えてますけど、大体ほぼもう言われたらやっぱり思い出します。
So everything is memorable, for him. So each fight is pretty tough, and all good, yeah. And then, it's he always fight 100%. So yeah, that's each one's pretty memorable.
So that actually got me another question. Being that he fought at the time that he fought, and he fought really, he was always almost like walk around weight. Now we have people that cut a lot of weight. There were actually there was talks about banning IVs in the states, maybe possibly banning IVs so that people can cheat, drop all that weight, and then insane amount of weights, and then basically replenish with the IV. So they want to keep it more like natural, I guess. What is his take on that? Like, do you think that will hurt the sport? Do you think that will help the sport? Do you think even the field?
So you mean like
Because people cut like 30, 40 pounds, and you have somebody that's 185 fighting at 145, and the other guy doesn't cut as much, right? So there was talks in America about banning IVs, right? So does he think that it's a positive, a negative? Should we actually implement it? Should we not?
今こっちでは要は体重を落とすのにいろいろ薬とか使ったりとかして、落として20キロとか30キロ落とすじゃないですか。そういうのについてはどういう考えがありますかって聞かれたんですけど。
薬使ってんですか？
だ
って体重増やすのも薬使うじゃないですか。
そうですよね。だからそういうのに関してなんか。
いやものによると思うんですけどどこまでどう答えればいいですか、これは。
まあ別にそんなどう思うかってことなんで、ストレートに桜庭選手は普段からもう普通の体重でいくじゃないですか、だけど人によっちゃでっかい人が、勝ちたいから体重を薬を使ってものすごい痩せたりとかしたりするじゃないですか、そういうのに関してどう思いますか。
それで自分の命を削ってるからいいんじゃないですか。
they take a risk, their life too. So that's pretty big thing too. So if they think that's okay, he's fine because
だから競技的なやつにしたらよくはないと思うんですけど。
So basically, like people think that's no good, but it's their risk, and then for him, this doesn't matter if they use a pill or medicine to get bigger or smaller. He's doing just training hard, be healthy, his weight, and then just he doing best to beat them. So
but within a certain weight.
Right. So for him, this doesn't matter. They use a pill or something. Right. So yeah, either way is fine. But he's not gonna use it. And I'm sure that's bad. But if somebody want to use it to win, wow.
So I'm actually cutting away. Okay. Then one last thing. I don't know if he follows the MMA in the States, right?
Okay.
But Nick Diaz, the Nick Diaz situation. Free Nick Diaz, he was caught smoking. They gave him 5-year suspension. Yeah, Anderson Silva, who was on steroids, and they gave him 1 year. What does he think about that?
今ニック・ディアスがマリファナ大麻で5年間の一応ダメ出しみたいなので、そうなんですよ。He didn't know. Yeah, he didn't know.
I mean, Nick Diaz, he knows Nick Diaz, he knows Anderson Silva.
Right. それでアンダーソン・シルバーはもっとすごい強い薬を使って1年しかそうだからニック・ディアスは大麻で5年なんですけど、シルバー1年間だけで使った薬はもっと強いのだったんですよ、それについてどう思いますか。
いやダメなもんはダメじゃないですか。
Anything they said no, they shouldn't use that one. So, doesn't matter 5 years or 1 year, this they shouldn't use that one. Right, stay neutral. Yeah.
僕はお酒飲むんで、お酒は法律で許されてるから。
Right. So he drink alcohol sometimes, but that's legal, right? So no.
After.
Yeah. But yeah, so alcohol maybe they can drink because that's legal. But anything illegal things, they shouldn't use it. And then if they said 5 years or 1 year, well, that's their fault. So they shouldn't put themselves in a position. Right.
Well, there's been El Jaguar hanging out with the great mighty Kazushi Sakuraba, hanging out with you from Fan TV. Check us out, man.